Good God. It is 5:45 a.m.
My furnace quit working. And I don't know why. Well, it said error 8, fuel. I checked the tank. It was hard to tell at 5 o'clock in the morning with a flashlight because I thought it was half full, but I tapped on it, it sounded empty. Looked at the control panel, and it came up with error 8, which was a fuel supply problem. So I figured it was empty, so I drove to the gas station, fueled it up, and started running it. There was smoke coming out of the side, so that means, okay, it's starting to fire. So I took off and realized that I'm like 3 blocks from my friend's house again. So here I am, 5:45, sitting outside of our house, trying to get this thing to work. I pulled over, it stopped working. It said error 10, ignition failure. This is not something you want to be doing. Everything's sounding normal right now. Fingers crossed. I'm thinking it's going to be one of those days. It started up, started doing normal things, and then the pump stopped. At 5, 6 o'clock in the morning. My puppy. It's a nice day out. And we're still stuck. It's almost 11 o'clock. Been doing this since 5. Mind you, I didn't lie down and have a try and have a nap at 6 o'clock this morning, 6:30 this morning. We have been talking to Mark, you know, that paint guy. Come on, buddy, let's go. And we started out with error 8, which means we're not getting fuel. And now it's only flashing error 10, which means it's not igniting. I know it is igniting because it's smoking. So we've come to the conclusion, we're under the assumption that maybe it's flooded. Why it flooded, I have no idea. We have fuel to the motor, we have smoke coming out the exhaust, it just won't stay lit. So I've disconnected my air intake and my fuel line, and I'm trying to start it. It should be okay for my fuel pump because it will constantly be lubricated by the oil or the fuel going through it. And what I'm hoping to do is dry out the glow plug and the chamber and everything. So the saga continues. Oh my God. Persistence. I think I can. In the meantime, we're out for a walk. What a gorgeous day. I figured before I get hangry, I better eat. This is a bachelor's breakfast. Some onion and garlic, peppers, tomatoes, cheese, and sausage. And I'm nuking some potatoes so I can pan fry. 12:30. Sounds like it's working. There's no heat coming out of it, but I know that because there's no fuel going to it. I disconnected the fuel and I disconnected the intake. So what I'm trying to do is like fire it up and then hopefully it'll dry it out. I think I'm gonna Google this one too. I was noticing the voltage is very low on my batteries, and I looked up above on my solar panel, but we're under a tree. It's a beautiful day out, but I'm not sucking much solar in, so I think we'll have to drive down the road. Anyways, I'm my friend Maria. We're in her kitchen nice and cleaned up for her so she gets off work, because I might be stuck here for dinner. I think stuck is the appropriate word. Okay, 1 o'clock. Did a bunch more reading. This way, bud. This way. This way. One of the things it says, make sure that you have a lot of volts. And I realized I didn't. There you go. So that's a good sign, actually. It means the furnace is actually firing and it's burning. The fuel pump is now staying on, and right in here is where they put the glow plug in. It's gone out, so that means it's maintaining a fire and means the dude's singing me a song. So I cranked it up to 35, and I'm gonna let it like burn everything outside there, get nice and hot. I think we had a few problems. I don't think we had enough power and a flooded motor. So, and just when I thought it was good, it's saying we don't have any fuel. So let's go to another shot. Hang on. So I spoke kind of soon, and it went out, and now I'm struggling to light up again. So I'm trying different things. Like I turned the temperature, I cranked the temperature up and it burned it, and it went out. So now I turn the temperature down and we'll see if we'll light it up. And you see we're back at E10. Not lighting. Talk about trying new things. One of the things I read was if you had low battery power. So I know when you pull the wattage or whatever out of the battery to start your diesel heater, there's quite a draw on your glow plug. So once I seen it start burning, I jumped in the engine here and started revving the motor. And now the glow plug's gone. It's trying. Just get it going. And you see we're back at E10. Not lighting. Screw VanLife. Wow, I bet you never hear me say that, eh? So this is why I've been saying I needed to do a couple trial runs. This is why. I'd hate to be way up island and not know anybody or have anything to rely on other than like cold weather. I mean, can you imagine losing your furnace at 5 o'clock in the morning and you're out in the middle of nowhere? These windows would freeze up right away with your breath because there's no air circulation. So we're here. We're going at it. Well, join me. Funny guy. After trying everything that's been suggested, read, and watched, and all I got was a lot of smoke, I'm guessing it might be suited up. SOOT. So I'm still there at Maria's. We ran an electrical cord out here. I'm running a battery charger on my batteries. And yeah, we'll see if we can find a heater for in here or borrow a couch. That's what it's come down to. Welcome to VanLife.